Welcome back to the Seaboard Central, everyone. Another video, and this week, we're going to talk about a working staging yard. Right now I'm busy on train Y81. We're doing a little yard switching, and we're going to end up building train 480. Right now I'm pulling these two cars in the clear on the engine thoroughfare, and we're going to run around them. Today's train 480 is actually going to have a shoving platform, formerly known as a caboose. That's probably good enough. Today's Y81 has the 151 and the 153 made it together. GP15-1 and the MP15DC. What we're going to do first is we're going to shove that tank car off in track number 4, since it's going to the NS. And then we'll put the caboose in track number 3. All right, we're lined all the way into track number 4. We'll throttle it up, and then I'm going to cut the power, and I'm going to coast, just like I would on a real one. And as I get closer and they're counting me down, I start applying some brake. Try to make an easy coupling. Just like that. That was a good coupling. I need to shove it back another car length to get it in the clear. And that'll work. Now we'll move that caboose over to track number 3. Again, I'll throttle up, cut the power, and let it coast. I'm using this proto throttle to do my switching, so you can see how far it's coasted. I'm going to stop short of that track 3, clear the 3. Apply the brake. Center of the reversal. All right, we're lined into track 3. Let's see what I'm doing on the proto throttle. I'm going to reverse it, release the brake, throttle up. I'm in notch number 3. We go to notch number 4. And now I'm going to go straight to idle. You see how it's coasting? I'll shove it on back a little ways. And when I want to bring it to a stop, I just ease this brake on. It's just like the independent brake on a real locomotive. Center of my reversal. All right, now what I'm going to do is going to go to track number 8, grab all of it, and shove it on top of track 3. Now, in order to achieve some really prototypical running results from your models, it's important that you have them programmed correctly. One of the things I do is I max out the deceleration value. That allows it to coast like this. So the deceleration value on all of my locomotives are set to 255. They'll coast forever, and you have to apply the brakes to get it to stop. All right, we'll take this track out. I'm going to simulate some tonnage by engaging the drive hole. And here I've engaged drive hold. I went to idle to let it coast because the weight of the cars are pushing against the engine. And as I encounter any type of grade, I can throttle up a little bit, notch back off, go back to idle, and then apply the brakes when I want to stop. Just like that. We're going to shove all these cars off in 3. Train 480 handles cars for Carrollton. Also has a block of Macons on the rear. Today, we don't have any Macons. We're going to couple up to the caboose and shove everything past the switch here in track 3. Eventually, this train will end up going up to phase 2. Once I start on phase 2, which will be the town of Carrollton. It'll be more or less a turn at that point. Right now, we're going to make use of the staging yard to simulate Carrollton and Macon. And I'm going to show you how I do that. And it's just another way to add some more operations to your layout and show you just how useful a staging yard can be. That'll work. All right, I'll run these engines back over to the shop and out of the way. We'll get our road power. Today's road power for train 480 are going to be the 2-8s and the GP38AC, which is in the Southern Railway Heritage Scheme. So we got them fired up. They're ready to go. Couple up on track number 3. Put the bell on and we're back up. So while the cut is being brake tested, let's look at the paperwork for today's train 480. And here you see I have it just filled out on my little switch list here. And so I'm showing cars are located in GY03 for train 480. The date, May 22nd of 2015 at Gadsden. And that line number 1 is that caboose, because I'm showing these cars listed north to south on my paperwork. So you see all the cars listed, the reported marks, the car numbers, the car type, whether they're empty or loaded, and here they're all class coded for Carrollton. So let me show you how I'm going to do this. In the future, this is the passing siding and this is the main line, and they'll be for Norfolk Southern run-through trains. Then right here where you see this open top hopper, that's track 1 in the yard, track 2 and track 3, and you'll see track 3 where the caboose is. Eventually it'll go through the wall and underneath phase number 2, and it'll come out on phase number 3. But for right now, I'm going to use the main line and this passing siding to simulate Carrollton and the staging there. So I can run a train out of Gadsden Yard over to this area to simulate cars moving to Carrollton. And also, while we're at it, you can see those Norfolk Southern engines on track number 2. So I treat track 1 and track 2 right now as the Norfolk Southern interchange track. So that's how I'm using this Gadsden Yard as a working staging yard, and it adds so much to the operations and makes things so much more fun. So we got our train ready to go, and we're ready to depart the yard. Before we move, I'll turn this bell on. You can see here that we're taking the crossover to get over to main 1. We're going to start up an uphill climb going up the helix. We just pull the entire train through the crossover. And that will do. All right, now it's a good thing we have that caboose as a shoving platform because we have a long shove here. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to ease back towards the crossing. And you see the conductor riding the caboose there. He's going to check, make sure everything's clear. So we're just easing up to it, sneaking up on it. If you see some cars coming, he's got to get out and flag it. But nobody's in sight, so he's going to tell the engineer, crossing's clear. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to stop short of this switch and line ourselves into the pass track. We're going to shove the caboose into the clear. All right, we'll shove our caboose by, cut it off, and we'll come back out on the main. I'm going to shove it far enough back that when we go back in there, it'll be coupling up in the straight track. That's good. All right, now we're going to couple up to these cars that's on the main line. As you can see here, I've got a number of cars that are currently on the main line, and these represent the cars that are in Carrollton. So I made a list of all the cars that I want to pull out of that string of cars. It shows where they're going. A couple for Macon, one for CSX, and a block for NS. So I've looked at all the cars, and I'm going to pull the entire track out because I need to get the 2 cars that are on the very rear. And it's quite a string of them. So now you know why I needed 3 engines. The 3 engines is because I'm having to pull this huge block of cars up the helix just to clear the switch. All right, so I need to set 3 cars towards the pass track, and then 2 cars back on the main that aren't going. So we'll couple up to the caboose with these and shove it back. That's a good coupling. We got all kind of room on the rear. We just shove these 3 in. Set the 2 box cars back out on the main line. Now I've got another big block that needs to be set over to the passing track. We'll get rid of those, and then we'll shove all of our Carrollton cars on top of those 2 box cars. And let's stretch it out. Good coupling. All right, we'll shove these cars back in the pass. And this will be our train that we'll take back to Gadsden. Looks like it's going to be all covered hoppers. Good. All right, the rest of this stuff needs to be shoved onto the main. And these will represent the cars in Carrollton staging. All right, now we're going to shove all this stuff back. We got plenty of room on the rear for all of these cars. And these cars represent cars that are going to industries at Carrollton eventually that I'll have up there on phase 2. Let's take them on back. A bit more, and that's good. All right, we're going to go pick up our train out of the past track. All right, we're ready to go back to the yard. And again, we're going to pull high this crossover. We're going to make a zigzag move. I'll do the same thing. I'll ease up to that crossing. Make sure it's clear. If I have to stop, I need to stop so we can flag it. All clear, let's keep going. We'll go around there and double check all our switches. Right now we're shoving on what we call the freight lead. We're just easing up to make sure we don't need to stop and line any switches, so we need to make sure we have everything under control. And we are aligned all the way into 3. Clear for 20. That'll do it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on how to operate 480 currently on the layout. Now obviously as the layout grows, 480 is definitely going to change, but it's a fun way to add some more operations to the layout. Next week I'm going to talk about remote control operations, so be sure to tune back in for that. So until next time, I'm Tim Garland. Thanks for watching the Seaboard Central, and happy model railroading, everyone.